Okay, so if you've ever built a Tamiya frog, that RC buggy, you know that moment,
Oh, yeah.
that mix of like pure frustration and then just relief when the body finally clicks on. It's almost a rite of passage.
It really is.
And someone probably told you, hey, start on the motor side, and maybe you thought, yeah, right, but then you try it.
And it just works.
Exactly. And well, that's not just some random trick. There's some pretty cool engineering going on there, which is what we're diving into.
That's right. That's the mission today. We want to unpack what everyone calls the frog fit. It's really this neat interplay of a few things.
Okay.
You've got the chassis, the ORV chassis, which is actually asymmetrical. Then there's the body itself. It has this built-in tension, a preload.
Right.
And finally, the big one, the mechanical advantage you get from that motor cutout. We want to get into the physics of why that little trick works so well.
Okay, let's dig in. The basic problem, as I understand it, is the body, that polycarbonate shell. It's just notoriously tight.
Very tough.
And it's not just feel, right? There are actual numbers. The holes they pre-drill in the body, they're about, 81 millimeters apart?
Around 81, yeah.
But the posts on the chassis where it needs to mount, the rear ones, those are 84 millimeters apart.
84 millimeters.
So 3 millimeter, it sounds tiny, but that little gap is the source of, well, all the wrestling.
It is.
But why? Why can't you just, stretch it that little bit? What makes it so hard?
Well, that's where the materials and mechanics come in. If you try to jam the solid side on first, the side without the motor cut out, you're basically in a head-on fight. It's a high-force, lateral struggle against the polycarbonate's nature. It has plastic memory.
Plastic memory,
Yeah.
like it wants to spring back.
Exactly. It wants to return to its molded shape. Plus, you mentioned the preload. It's designed to be slightly smaller than the mounting points, creating inherent tension.
Okay, so it's already sprung even before you start fighting it.
Precisely. But here's the clever bit. Start on the motor side, and that big cutout changes everything.
Yeah.
That hole drastically cuts down the body's torsional stiffness on that specific side. Think twisting.
Okay.
So the motor side post isn't something you're fighting against anymore. It becomes a pivot point.
A pivot.
Yeah. So you can kind of roll the body over the chassis with a twist instead of trying to stretch it sideways with brute force. It takes way less effort.
So it's leverage, not just muscle, like using a lever instead of just pulling hard. That makes so much sense.
It's exactly that principle.
And this whole setup, the asymmetric chassis, the slightly flexible body with that built-in tension, that's kind of what makes the frog, right? Compared to its siblings, like the Brat with its hard body.
Definitely. It's not really a design flaw, more like a defining characteristic. It gives it personality.
But was it always this way? I mean, did Tamiya intend for us to discover this trick, or was it different originally?
That's a fun bit of history, actually. The original 1983 kit, the motor cutout came pre-cut from the factory.
Oh, really? So the first builders didn't have this struggle?
Nope, it was easier for them. It was the re-release, the one from 2005 onwards, where you have to cut the hole out yourself.
Huh. So that's when it became this piece of community knowledge, this shared secret.
Exactly. It turned into folklore almost.
Yeah.
A discovery process for every new builder figuring out the frog fit.
And the community totally ran with it. I mean, people don't just share the technique, which is motor side first, then the other rear post, then the front clip. Right.
That's the standard mounting sequence, yeah. And reverse for removal.
Right. But they also came up with fixes, like using shoe goo or similar stuff on the mounting holes so they don't crack under the stress.
Reinforcing the weak points. Very common.
And then there's the ultimate mod, actually filing down those rear body posts.
Yeah, taking them down from 84 millimeters to maybe 79 or 80.
Which basically eliminates that stressful gap, makes it just fit.
It turns it from that wrestling match into just placing the body on. It removes the preload stress at the mounting points.
It's pretty cool how the community just solved it. But, from a pure engineering view, couldn't you argue it's still a bit inefficient? Or does that quirk just add to the charm?
I think it definitely adds charm, but looking back, it also gives us a deeper appreciation for how things interact, the mechanics, the material science, the design choices. Understanding why the motor side trick works is more interesting than just knowing that it does.
Yeah.
And those community solutions, especially filing the posts, that's basically user-driven optimization. They took a design quirk and smoothed it out, enhancing the original. It's kind of cool.
So what's the takeaway here from wrestling with a toy car body?
Well, I think mastering the frog fit, it's more than just getting the body on.
Yeah.
It kind of turns you, the builder, into a bit of a problem solver. You're thinking like a mechanic, maybe even a bit like an engineer.
Finding that pivot point.
Exactly. It connects you to all the other builders who figured it out, too. It's part of the legacy of this classic RC car and its little quirks.
So maybe the next time you hit a wall with something that seems impossible, remember the frog. Sometimes it's not about pushing harder.
Sometimes it's about finding that hidden leverage, that smarter way to make it work, understanding the system.